video is sponsored by the subscribe button, as we're going for 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Hello there, welcome to the channel, and today we're talking about everything that we know for LEGO DC 2026. This includes polybags, books, and new minifigures coming out next year. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please do leave a like, and I would really appreciate if you could leave your thoughts in the comments when you're done watching. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump right in. So first up, we have a set that was originally rumored for January, and there hasn't been a delay on this set, but it is interesting that we are about a month and a half away from the release of this set, and there has been no pictures or even any updates on it. But this is said to be the 30726 Batman, Bruce Wayne, and the Batsuit polybag, coming in with apparently 55 pieces and a price tag of just $5 US. Honestly, I think a lot of fans will like this polybag, and if it does release in January, that would be a big W, because there are no other rumored January sets for LEGO DC, and in my opinion, that's a bit of a bummer, because as you guys saw about a couple weeks ago, the LEGO Marvel wave is getting an insane amount of sets in January, and the DC is just getting a couple sets for March, which were revealed about a month ago. So in my opinion, it is a little bit underwhelming. It feels like DC is not getting that treatment that they should be, and we'll talk about this more later on in the video. However, this is just the one rumored set. We now have two leaked books, starting off with the Batman Adventures in Gotham City. This one will be releasing in July of 2026, so quite a way from now. And it is interesting, it's already been revealed, but this one is including an exclusive Batman minifigure with this book. And Max Bout, a reliable leaker from Instagram, claims that this minifigure inside of this Batman book will be the Joker. In fact, not just any normal Joker, it will be the Batman imposter version. And to be honest, I won't lie, I will say I've never heard of this character before the book released or this rumor came out. I have been getting into the Batman comics more recently, but I've still yet to come across any form of media with the Batman imposter Joker. But I'll be honest, this seems like a cool character. Once I googled it, once I looked it up, I would be very, very happy to see this one as a minifigure inside of this book. Now, take it all with a grain of salt, that is all subject to change, but there are two versions. There's like the comic version, and then there's also the Heath Ledger version. I think it will probably just be a comic version of the Joker in this book, because I don't think LEGO wants to touch the Heath Ledger version any more than they already do. But it's a cool idea for a minifigure in this set. I'm not going to complain about it, because it is something new, and new is always better. But I think that there is so much missed potential for DC sets in 2026. I cannot stress this enough. I don't get why LEGO is not giving us more sets. Of course, now there are no rumors for summer sets just yet. That is a little bit early. Usually we get them leaked in late December / early January for some summer set lists, but I'm not expecting very much. Honestly, even if we get a large direct-to-consumer set at the end of 2026, that would be awesome. Potentially a Daily Planet with a Superman, or even a Gotham City Police Department, and that would just go along with the Arkham Asylum that released late, just about a month ago here. But I just feel like there is so much missed potential, and there is one final book that is going to be released, and that is going to be this LEGO Batman Battle Box book. It will include the Joker from the Arkham Asylum in his prison jumpsuit. This is cool. It's good to get him in a cheap set. Unfortunately, it is the most generic villain we could have gotten, Joker, and then there's also a Batman, so woohoo, you know, we're getting Joker and Batman again, the only two DC characters that have ever existed. And I understand that it is probably very popular with the younger generation who aren't much aware of all of the more obscure Batman villains aside from the most common ones. So I'm not begging LEGO to give us a Cole Cash minifigure. I'm not begging for them to give us a Toy Man minifigure. But I really feel like there needs to be more recognition for the LEGO DC community from the LEGO group. It's not only has it been a lackluster year in 2025, as we really only got a couple sets in January and no DC sets for the Superman movie, which a lot of people were really hoping there would be. However, you know, any fake rumors that came out, those ended up being proved false, as LEGO gave us one Superman mech. And don't even get me started on the fact that Superman does not need a mech. It should have been a Lex Luthor mech with a Superman minifigure on the side. And then in September, fans got a nice surprise or a new addition to the DC collection with the first ever DC modular building with the Arkham Asylum, and that one had a lot of Easter eggs and references for the more die-hard DC fans. And it has been going like this ever since LEGO really just stepped back from the DC theme, and it feels like they put a lot more effort into the Marvel theme back in like 2021, maybe 2022, where we just saw one set, and that was the Batman motorcycle versus Harley Quinn. And before this, it was the golden age of LEGO DC, DC from like 2013 to about 2019, we were getting constant new updates and new sets with the Lego Batman movie that had so many sets from it, and partially that might be the reason as to why we get far less sets, because those sets were not super popular in my opinion. As far as I could tell, a lot of them are not even worth that much now because of how many were made and how much Lego wanted them to be a success, and maybe they were for a short while, but once the movie came out of theaters, not many people, I imagine, went back to buy a few sets based on a scene or a location or a vehicle that only got a few seconds of screen time, if any screen time at all, in the Lego Batman movie. And so if they want to replicate the success they had in the early 2010s and the amount of hype that they generated in the Lego DC community, they really need to go back and make more comic-based sets with all of the different characters and villains that they made back in the 2010s. If they saw something succeeded back then, they should definitely, in my opinion, go back and replicate that. And even so, next year is the 20th anniversary of the Lego Batman theme, and the fact that we don't have any rumors for any more anniversary sets or remakes of classic sets, then we're just getting that gold Lego Batman minifigure in the buildable Batman logo. That's just a bummer. I mean, I'm still holding out that we'll see all of those villains remade in their classic forms next year with remade sets and the vehicles and all of that. And a new Batcave would honestly be amazing, because that 2006 Batcave is an incredible set, one of the best Lego DC sets ever made, and it was quite affordable if I remember correctly back when it released back in 2006, and maybe adjusted for inflation it's not that good anymore. But there's just a lot of things that fans have been asking for, and maybe the designers want to make sets, maybe they have limitations from within the higher ups in the Lego brand that are saying, no, we need to focus strictly on Batman and Joker and Batmobiles. Really, it just feels like that's what it's been, and then we get one large 18 plus $300 set this year, and it's just not a fantastic time to be a Lego DC fan. But maybe that will change as James Gunn does make more movies. He will be coming out with a lot more extensions to the DCU, and I would love to see Superman movie sets next year or in the next 2 years, because we know Lego sets take a little while to go through the design process and the release process. So even if they started in early 2025, the earliest we'd see sets is probably early 2027. But I really do appreciate you if you are still watching this video. I understand it was a bit of a rant after I talked about the books and the few leaks that we are getting next year. I'm just very disappointed with the current state of the Lego DC community, and not the community itself, but the way Lego is treating their fans. It just seems very negligent, and they don't seem to care all that much about what the fans truly want, and I'm a little bit concerned for the future of the theme. But I hope that Lego will hear us and that they will soon give us more sets. But I really appreciate all the support here on the channel over the past couple of weeks. It's been good, and I'm very grateful for everybody who subscribed to the channel this year. We are getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers, so please do subscribe if you are new around here. Make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye.